1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. Did you ever see an interview with Steven Spielberg that was like relatively new, and he's talking about E.T.?
Oh, no, I have not.
Or like George Lucas, and he's talking about the original Star Wars. Well,
I've seen that.
That must be how Vicki Robin feels talking about her book, Your Money or Your Life. This book has been around for so long, and we're still talking about it. It's in that same league as Star Wars and E.T. Vicki Robin is on the phone. She served on the President's Council of Sustainable Development Task Force on Population and Consumption in the 1990s. She's a contributor to the Wall Street Journal, Woman's Day, which is where I get my meatloaf recipes, Newsweek, the New York Times, and she helped launch many sustainability initiatives. And she's got a book that is it's a nonstop bestseller. It's called Your Money or Your Life. And if I could just brag about it real quickly, I just did a quick look at Amazon. And believe it or not, this book that's been around since, well, it says on here 2008. That doesn't sound right to me, but that's what it says on here. But anyway, right now it's number 8 in money management category.
That's amazing.
Holy cow. That's pretty good. Let's find out about this from Vicki herself. Good morning, Vicki. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. I'm an old person with an old book.
No. You have to think of yourself like a movie director. You know.
I'm a movie director. You know. I've had a long career, and in public life, and it started in '92 with the publication of Your Money, Your Life, and it's still going on. And I came back to this book because there's a whole new generation of people who are up against the wall financially, and I wanted to update the book so that the tools were really fresh for everybody. So I came back.
So 2 things that didn't exist in the world back when the book first came out was Bitcoin and Apple Pay. I don't know if Apple Pay has anything to do with our money, but I mean, we can spend our money differently now, and we can spend money that isn't really money.
Oh yes. Well, just setting aside Bitcoin, because that's a domain that only the very rich and stupid should get into. But yeah, so we don't have we have technology that we didn't have back in '92. I mean, we didn't have the internet back then. It was really old. Yeah, but we didn't have smartphones, and so the technology is better. The cost of technology actually is part of our expenses now. Everybody has to have their smartphone and their plan, etc. And so, but the opportunities for being drawn into consumerism are greater because there's ads everywhere, and there's one-click shopping everywhere.
Yeah,
so I mean, the opportunities to be a fool who is soon parted from his or her money, those opportunities have increased, but also the opportunities for comparison shopping and smart shopping have increased. The opportunity for getting bargains has increased. So it is really, as they say about cars, it's the nut behind the wheel, or it's, in terms of spending, it's the actual human being who's spending the money. That challenge to be an aware, conscious consumer and buying only the things you want, need, and nothing in excess, that challenge is perennial. So in that regard, even though a lot has changed in terms of technology, until we change our consciousness, nothing has changed.
Okay. And so you're breaking up a little bit. Are you on a speakerphone by chance?
No,
I'm.
Is it difficult?
Not too bad. It just it seems to be fading out every once in a while. I apologize. So in the revised edition, this is fully revised now, and so are some of those things you just talked about the reasons why it had to be revised, or are money principles pretty much the same now as they ever were?
The book presents a 9-step program that basically induces a level of awareness in the whole process of earning and spending and saving and going into debt and investing. And it brings awareness to that whole process. Those steps are the same. They're classic. They work. But the narrative around it about tips, hints and tips for saving money, once you have enough savings that you can start investing, ways that you can invest that would actually produce a passive income. These sorts of things are different because times are different.
And I think young couples too, they're more aware of the waste factor. Like they, when they go to the grocery store, they'll go together as a team, and then they'll plan out their meals and things like that, instead of before where just one person went to the store and bought this, that, and the other, and then they had to keep running back. That added to the expense.
That does add to the expense, and I'm glad that you see around you some younger people who are waking up at that level. A lot of the young people I've met, they have to be smart about their money because it's not as easy to come by, and if they don't want to go into deeper debt in order to support their lives, they do become more conscious. I've met a lot of young people who have gone back to the kitchen, that they love to cook, and they are not just the Pop-Tart generation. So, it's difficult to categorize what everybody does in any generation now because there's so much variability. What I would say about young people, though, is that they have to be smarter with their money because unless they're going to just wantonly use their credit cards, it's more challenging to do the basics, to get yourself an apartment or a house, to pay for your kids, to send your kids to college. All of that is more expensive and more challenging. So any smart young person needs to take that into account. And in a way, that's part of why I updated the book, is to support smart young people in having a set of tools that they can create a life they love out of the opportunities that are now available in society.
The lesson when we were younger was to be careful with the credit cards, and I'm sure that lesson is still true today. But it seems like, as easy as a credit card is, it seems like it's even easier now with the phone. You attach your credit card to the phone and wave your phone over the thing at Subway or whatever and buy a sandwich. It's so easy to just spend the money. And I wonder if that's part of the problem, if people are having problems.
It well could be. And as I was saying earlier, that idea of the nut behind the wheel, it's that what goes wrong is being consumed in these new technologies. What is the problem with just being able to have that moment of consciousness where you pull out your credit card? Or even, I'm talking to people now about, I have discovered this new technology. It's untraceable. It's money that is untraceable. They can't track you, not on any of these tracking. Cambridge Analytica can't find you. It's called cash.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so people are starting to go back to very basic technologies like cash.
I love cash. And people too feel better about themselves. If you've got to keep asking somebody to loan you money every week, you can't feel that good about yourself because you're not providing for yourself or your family.
Yeah, if people are doing that, if they can't, rub two dimes together, and a lot of people can't. The data that people are one paycheck away from bankruptcy, that most people don't have the $400 in their bank account to cover an emergency. Yeah, so we're encouraged to basically run on fumes, not on gas. Gas would be savings every month, having a little bit more money in your bank account, always spending less than you earn. That's like having a gas tank, that's got gas in it. And so we are, with the credit cards, we are encouraged to drive on fumes in somebody else's slipstream.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
absolutely. Yeah, I like the metaphor. Your Money or Your Life is the name of the book. I have a copy. If you call me, I will leave it here for you at the radio station. You can come pick it up, but I only have one, so I'll take one phone call, and we'll probably get to that during the break. For the rest of us, you'll have to go buy it. I found it on Amazon. It's getting really good reviews. I mean, 342 reviews. Not bad, huh?
It's fabulous.
You don't usually hear that. 9 steps to transforming your relationship with money and achieving financial independence. Our listening audience is comprised in large part the University of Florida, so we have a lot of young listeners. Hopefully they're taking heed of this advice, and by the time they are as old as this book is, well, I don't mean that. I mean, they are as 25 years older, whatever, from where they are now. Then they'll be in good shape. Vicki, thank you for being on the show with us today. Do you want to direct us to a website?
I do, and especially for young people. Part of what we did in the update is we created an online community for people who are interested in this path. It's called yourmoneyoryourlife.com. We've got calculators and blog posts, and we're forming a community, and we have tools and techniques and everything you could need. So yourmoneyoryourlife.com, and we would love to have you come over and just sign up and be part of what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Good stuff. I really hope all young people and everybody really pays attention to the messages that are in this book. Thank you, Vicki.
Oh, thank you very much for having me on your show.
You are welcome. We'll be right back.
Embark on a magical night at the Appleton Museum of Art on Saturday, April 14th from 6 till 9 p.m. Follow your book of enchantment around the museum for unicorn carriage rides, magic shows, mermaids, artwork that comes to life, and more. Make mythical art in the art space and enjoy refreshments. Family ticket packages start at $35 for museum members and $50 for non-members. Individual tickets also are available. For details and to purchase tickets, visit appletonmuseum.org. In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you to who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect